Hey guys, what's up? It's Edge, and today I'm just gonna go through the DC intro I did. Let me bring that up because I asked you guys if you wanted to do a little breakdown, and that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so first off, he sent me a PNG file of his logo, so I just made the logo again in Illustrator, and then I brought this into Cinema 4D. And how you do that is you do File, Save As, and you just save, and here you choose Illustrator 8, and Cinema 4D will check that, and you'll be able to extrude the NURBS in Cinema 4D. So it's exactly what I did. Each one of these paths is part of the Illustrator document, and then I just extruded the NURBS. And to make it so all these paths are selected, you just put hierarchy. Makes it easy. Alright, and then this I saved as a Cinema 4D file, and then in here I used Element 3D to make this, and that's a Video Copilot plugin. And I won't go too in depth on how I made this because like most of the stuff like the textures and all the different things you can learn on Video Copilot, and I don't feel like explaining it because Video Copilot does a much better job than I ever could have since they made it. I'll just go through a little bit. Okay, so let me bring the quality down a bit. This doesn't crash. Alright, so here are the first two angles. It's the camera for the first angle, camera for the second angle, and the CC is just Magic Bullet Lux or something. Just made that. Alright, and the flares, it's just an optical flare, like right here you see. And I put it on the 3D channel, so it's actually in space. So, like, you can see, if this will render. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Like, the flare here will move with the camera. So that's what the 3D space does. And then in Element, I'll press U so you can see the keyframes. Actually, I didn't have any keyframes for Element here. They were just in the camera. Yeah, if you press a U on the keyboard, you see all the keyframes for that layer. And for the camera, really, I just did depth of field. So it really looks nice, had some nice flares in it. So this is really just two separate angles, nothing much. And next angle's right here. And if I go into the element layer, it's right here. Let's see what I did. So I went into the transforming into the element layer, and while the camera was moving here, I also had the element layer moving, so that's how I got that really cool spinning. And then here I went into the keyframes right here if you hit the graph editor. So it was pretty nice getting this. Here I'll go into the intro, how it slows down and everything. That's just messing around with the keyframes and making them ease in, ease out. Like how it goes really slow here and it goes back. And then for the stars and all that, all I did was pretty simple. I just had where are they? Oh, the particles. Literally just put trapcode form on a solid, and then I changed it to 1280 by 720. Didn't change anything else. I went into the disperse and I just dispersed it out. So if I do that some more, you see the particles are moving, and it kind of just makes a nice little particle system. Give it some atmosphere. But I did go into the particle, and I put the size random all the way up and the opacity random all the way up, just so it looks a bit better. I think that's pretty much it. I don't want to go too in depth on how I did everything in Element. I mean, I'll open the scene setup real quick. So here's this model, and the director's creations that come up, they're actually Element 3D text as well. And for this, all I did was use one of the bevel presets, and I changed it to the texture in the Pro Shaders pack. And yeah, I think that's it. I didn't really do anything here except I changed the bevels here so it looks really cut. And that's just, where is that? Right here. Bevel curve, I turned all the way down. So if you bring it up, it curves. Bring it down, it looks like it's chiseled and everything. So I put it like 0.08. Alright, so that's pretty much it. After that, I just pre-comped everything. Did I put motion blur on this? No, I think I'll put motion blur after the fact because it was crashing for some reason. I don't really know why. Oh, for you guys who don't have like a crazy amazing computer, if you have Element and it's crashing, a good thing to do is, where is it? Go into Output, go into Sampling, and if you bring your multi-sampling down, it might be at like 16 or 8. But if you have this computer, I have 13 gigabytes of RAM, so I can put it at 8. I could probably put it at 16 if I wanted to. But on my old laptop, I put it at 4 or 2 because it kept crashing. And this is so you can scroll through it like this, and your comp just won't crash. I know some people have had trouble with that. I did. Alright, so that's pretty much it. This flare, literally just a flare, change the opacity, nothing big. And yeah, I want to say that's pretty much it. I was using lights in the scene because you can use lights, but in Element, if you go into the scene setup, I think there's, yeah, the environments, they're pretty helpful. I chose a nice studio, and yeah, I think that's it. Well, I can probably do some more of these little breakdown things if you guys want to see anything else. So, later guys.